Making sure we're not live. Coolio. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Film Buff Trivia. This is another round 2 match. It's Joseph Olivas versus Kaleb Koho. This is an interesting matchup. Joseph and Jeremy, like the two halves are kind of an interesting story because Brian and Payson was the match that was like very close and like very back and forth, and then Cam kind of dominated Bar, and then David and Koho was like very close, and then Jeremy or Joseph kind of dominated Jeremy a little bit. So kind of interesting case. We'll see if this goes similar to Brian versus Holtzman or if it goes the other way around. And this first time ever, I have a co-host because sometimes it's tough to put the little score banners while you're trying to read the questions and do everything else. So Holtz was here because he was around, and I said, hey, you want to co-host a match? He said yes.
And I'm glad I got the memo that we're wearing shirts where the sleeves are different colors than the torso.
Yeah, this is fall wear. This is like early fall wear. It's like light, but it's long sleeve. Early fall.
Y'all got Old Navy in the States?
Okay, we'll get it in. We'll get it started. Yes, we do have Old Navy. So, gentlemen, are you ready? I think Joseph is writing a novel.
I think I'm ready.
Okay. Well, we're going to get started with your first question, which comes in the category of horror. What is the name of the town the majority of the Halloween franchise is set in? Halloween.
I immediately wanted to be like, oh, there's a song that I like that a musical theater writer that I really enjoy wrote that is about this place, and it's just, what if Halloween was a musical?
1. Pens down. Let's go to Koho.
Haddonfield.
And Joseph.
Haddonfield.
Both correct.
All right, so we'll get to your second question, and your second question will come in the category of women directors. And your question is, who directed We Need to Talk About Kevin?
Holtzman, we need to talk about Kevin.
Spacey?
No. Kevin Jonas.
Ooh, he hosts. Okay, it's like not a great show, but Claim to Fame is really fun.
2. 1. Pens down. Let's go to Koho.
I said Celine Sciamma. I think I'm wrong.
And Joseph.
I'm scared I mixed up the two names. Anne Ramsey?
It is Lynn Ramsey. Lynn Ramsey is correct. So, still 1-1. As we get into your next question, which comes in the category of, what category is it in? Drama. Your question category, drama. In Spencer, the film centers around the royal family having celebrations for what holiday? I think the royal family should have celebrations for nothing.
I think the royal family shouldn't exist.
5.
Bring back the guillotine.
3, 2,
That's
1.
the wrong country.
Down. Let's go. You can bring the guillotine anywhere.
You can bring it to
It has wheels. Let's go to Joseph.
I said Thanksgiving.
And Koho.
Boxing Day?
Both incorrect. Looking for Christmas.
Oh, it's just as easy.
Almost put that. Dang it.
Okay.
Get
All
to
right, so your next
1-1.
question will come in the category of family films, and your question is, in Old Yeller gets rabies from what animal?
Did I spell rabies right?
You did.
I think so.
No, you did not.
Yes. Yep.
Well,
yes.
now.
You did.
Oh.
Rabies. It's like babies, but with an R.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Let's go to Joseph.
I think it's a wolf.
And Koho.
I said a squirrel because I'm an idiot.
No, it was not the rabid squirrel. It was a wolf.
Mm.
Koho's my friend, so I'm allowed to call him dumb. As we get into your next question, which comes in the category of music/musicals. In Tick, Tick, Boom, what musical creator calls Larson about his showcase?
Now, you know me. I hate musicals. So why couldn't every film just be dialogue with no plot and no music?
2, 1. Pens down. Going to go to Joseph.
Still haven't seen this. I guess Elton John.
And Koho.
First rate lyric and tune. Stephen Sondheim.
Stephen Sondheim is correct. So we are tied 2-2 as we get into our next question, Holzman.
All right, your next question comes in the category of crime, and it is simply 1973's The Long Goodbye takes place in what city?
If you could take a movie place in a fictional city, what city would you have it take place in?
Haddonfield.
5.
When
Or
does
Halloween is
Christmas
my
die
favorite
come out?
holiday. It's worth
2,
the risk.
1. Pens down. Let's go to Koho.
I said Los Angeles.
And Joseph.
San Francisco?
San Francisco is correct. So Joseph gets the lead 3-2 as we get into your next question, which comes in the category of, as I see it, directors. And your question is thus: who directed Secrets and Lies? There's a great bit where at the Oscars where Billy Crystal is just is doing this, the plot of this movie, but to the theme of the Brady Bunch, and he's just like, secrets and lies. And it's fun. 5, 4, 3,
Bring back
I'll
Billy
be honest,
Crystal.
I don't think I've heard of this movie
1.
until now.
Pens down. Let's go to Koho.
Mike Lee.
And Joseph.
Mike Lee?
Mike Lee is correct. So it is 3-4 Joseph's favor as we get into the next question.
Absolutely. And your next question comes in the category of Westerns. And the question is, what real-life person does Henry Fonda play in My Darling Clementine?
Do you like clementines?
Like the oranges.
Yeah.
I've never actually had
5,
one.
4, 3.
If we're talking about the character from Eternal Sunshine,
Pens down. Let's go to Joseph.
I said Wyatt Earp.
And Koho.
I said Billy the Kid.
Wyatt Earp is correct. So Joseph gets the lead even a little bit bigger, 5-3. So we get to your next question, which comes in the category of movie release dates. And your question is thus: what year saw the release of the Seth Rogen, James Franco film, The Interview?
man, I want to talk about. Remember when this happened and all the stuff about this movie happened? Remember that year that we can't say?
Yeah. 5,
Yeah.
4,
Yeah.
3, 2.
Good
1.
old Eminem.
Let's go to Joseph
2014.
and Koho.
Remember when Kim Jong-un was like a person that we cared about? 2014.
2014 is correct.
Hey, he still has people who care about him, notably the former president of the United States of America. Your next question after that goes to the category of romance/romantic comedies, and the question is, what 1971 film starring Al Pacino centers around a romance between two heroin addicts?
Ever tried heroin?
I'm a big fan of strong women, if that's what you mean.
5, 4,
That's what we're
3,
talking about, right? Injected into my veins.
1. Pens down. Pens down. Yes, Isabel and Jordan are heroines. Let's go to Koho.
The Panic in Needle Park.
And Joseph.
I had Death in Central Park.
Panic in Needle Park is correct. So Koho shortens the lead a little bit. 5-6 now, Joseph's favor still. As we get to your next question, which comes in the category of biopics, and your question is, what 2000s biopic is the true story of Eileen Wuornos? Come on, Eileen. It's your biopic machine. At this moment, the questioning.
Man, you started so
4,
strong and
3,
confident in that,
2,
and just it fell
1.
apart real fast.
Pens down. That's just me. Let's go to Joseph.
Disclaimer, that's the doorbell on my end. Monster.
and Koho. We didn't hear anything, but
Okay,
yeah.
cool.
We were too busy listening to Boatman's beautiful song.
Yeah, my beautiful. Do you need to do anything? Do you need to
Beautiful songs.
take a pause, Joseph? Are you okay?
No, I'm good. I'm good.
Okay. I didn't know if you need to get the door or something. Okay.
Well, then,
So
your
your
next
next
question. In the category of comedy movies, what is the animal-based nickname of Tim Matheson's character in Animal House?
Monster House.
More like Monster House.
Good old Jello.
Straight up, Monster. If there wasn't already a movie called Monster House, I feel like Monsters University could have been called Monster House.
4, 3, 2.
Read the question.
All right, that is Koho's first repeat. Hopefully.
Absolutely. What is the animal-based nickname of Tim Matheson's character in Animal House?
I'm not expecting anyone, so anyone who's getting someone will probably already be outside. So yeah,
That's fair. Animal House 5.
But what if it's people asking you if you've read the Book of
1.
Mormon?
Hands down. Let's go to Joseph.
this is the wrong character, Flounder.
And Koho.
Thank you, West Wing Weekly, for Vice President Otter.
Otter is correct. That also is a reference to another term which we won't cover here. As we get into your next question, which comes in the category of animated. And your question is, in what animated film is it said that a clock is 2 days slow?
So I know you said you weren't going to talk about it, but is it a reference to like the gay slang term otter?
Yeah, and I only know that because of you.
Yeah, you know.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down, pens down. Let's go to Koho.
Alice in Wonderland?
And Joseph.
I almost wanted to put that, but I tried writing Secret of Nim and I didn't get it.
Alice in Wonderland is correct. So Koho now has the lead 8-7 as we get into your next question, which comes in the category of mystery thrillers. And it's yours, isn't it? Or is it mine?
Yes, it is. And your question is, who directed Lost Highway?
How do you lose a whole dang highway?
Earthquake.
Sinkhole. Casey Knight, that almost has
volcano, Boatman.
4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Let's go to Koho.
David Lynch?
And Joseph.
David Lynch.
David Lynch is correct. So we get to your next question, which comes in the category of scores and soundtracks. Who composed the score for The Godfather? I didn't care for The Godfather. Oh man, my Peter Griffin is terrible.
I would argue that Peter Griffin is terrible.
That's true. Awful character. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hands down. Everyone but Brian and Stewie are terrible. Let's go to Koho.
It insists upon itself. Nino Rota.
And Joseph.
Nino Rota.
I'm just going to check that. I think I misspelled it in my document. Yes, I did. Okay, you are both.
You spelled it wrong in the document.
I can't spell. I'm not Aquila. Let's go. And
I'm not either.
Oh, I was making a joke, Joseph.
Your next question.
Prove the
category of sci-fi fantasy. What military ranking does Ophelia's stepfather have in Pan's Labyrinth?
You have the scores 10-9, Holston?
I do.
Okay, that's what I do.
The scrolly tickery thingy at the bottom has it at 8-7.
Yeah, I need to fix that. 5.
I mean, the differential is still the same, so who cares?
2, 1. Pens down. Let's go to Joseph.
Captain?
And Koho.
Captain.
Both correct. Aye, aye, Captain. As we get into
Sorry,
your next...
I need you to say that again. I can't hear you.
Aye, aye, Captain. Oh, as we get to your next question, which comes in the category of, I believe, coming of age /teen. What is the name of Ferris Bueller's sister in Ferris Bueller's Day Off?
So Bowman, has anyone ever called you the Sausage King?
No. 5,
Sausage King of Chicago.
3,
Roman.
2.
Repeat the question.
Okay, that is Koho's second repeat. We have one more. What is the name of Ferris Bueller's sister in Ferris Bueller's Day Off?
Like you just
Man, it really sucks that
you show up
Ferris.
to work at the retirement home and old man Winston's over there and he's like, "Hey, Sausage King, how are you doing?"
3,
And I don't know what accent to see.
1.
French.
We don't have any French old people. Let's go to Joseph
I said Missy.
and Koho.
I'm wrong. I said Skylar.
Both incorrect. Jeannie, I believe Jennifer, also acceptable. So it is still 10 to, or is it? It's 11 to 10, isn't it? Yes, 11 to 10. As we get into your next question, which comes in the category of sports, and it's yours, Holtzman, isn't it?
It is. Your question is: the 70s film Drive, He Said, centers around what sport?
Baby, you can drive, he said.
How many years passed between the release of Drive, He Said, and She Said? 4-pointer movie release dates.
5, 4, 3,
I would do that.
1. Pens down, pens down. Let's go to Koho
I said basketball.
and Joseph.
My marker's dying, but I said horseback riding.
Basketball is correct. So it is 12 to 10 as we get into the next question, which comes in the category of monster movies. And your question in the category of monster movies is that's supposed to be Bram Stoker's
I
Dracula.
read that and I didn't know how to tell you.
Dracula becomes a vampire when he drinks blood from what? Just pretend that says Bram Stoker.
Okay. Gotcha. Aye.
Who's your favorite president, Bowman? Mine is Brom Lincoln. You know,
5,
he was just so cool the way he wrote Dracula.
1. Pens down. Abraham Lincoln, vampire hunter. Well, let's go to Joseph
I said sheep.
and Koho.
I said a bat.
It's not an animal. It's an object, and it's blood from a cross. He drinks blood from a cross, and it makes him a vampire. Mhm. As
All
we
right,
get
well, we'll move on to the category of actors and actresses. And your question is, who has played a Hogwarts teacher, an animated bear, and an abortionist?
a Hogwarts teacher, an animated bear, and an abortionist walk into a bar.
And that
That's
bar,
odd.
And
5,
that bar is called.
Oh,
2.
repeat the question.
Okay, that is your final repeat. Olson.
Oh yeah, right. That's me. I switched tabs because I forgot it's right on the screen. Who has played a Hogwarts teacher, an animated bear, and an abortionist?
You don't want to go to see the abortionist, and you mean to see the abortionist.
The trick is these are all the same singular character.
5, 4, 3,
I hate that.
2, 1. Pens down. Let's go to Koho
Imelda Staunton.
and Joseph.
Imelda Staunton.
Both correct.
Where's she a bear in?
She's Paddington's whatever.
I forgot about that.
Mm-hmm. Okay, now we get to your next question, your last question before we get into the main stuff, and that question comes in the category of action adventure. That question is: name one of Frank Martin's 3 rules in The Transporter. Is there anyone with a job that's just they're a porter?
A porter is literally like another term for a doorman.
5, 4, 3,
So yes.
2, 1. Pens down, pens down. So theoretically, you could have a transporter.
You could.
Let's go to Joseph.
Okay, I'm gonna get a new marker after this one, but I was trying to write "never look in the package."
And Koho.
I don't know. I said don't sleep.
We will accept. Never open the package. Never look at the package. We will accept that as the answer. So Joseph, quickly go get your marker while I recap the scores. It is 13 to 12. 13 to 12. Is that what you have, Holtzman?
Yes.
Okay. Are you good, Joseph?
No, excuse me.
Okay. Okay, so it's 13 to 12, and we are ready to get into the questions that are worth a little bit more points. So the questions, or the categories chosen tonight are Screenwriters and Oscars by Koho, and Noir and War by Joseph. So we will start off with Screenwriters, and Screenwriters and Noir are worth 2, the others are worth 3. So we start off with the 2-pointer in Screenwriters. Cam, I believe this is your question.
I believe it is. So your question in Screenwriters is, not including Killers of the Flower Moon, what was the most recent movie written by Martin Scorsese?
I don't want to mention anything, but there was a movie I was going to mention as like a joke. Just like, well, maybe somebody could have been thinking that. 5, 4, 3.
There's a
2,
joke.
Pens down. Let's go to Joseph.
The Irishman.
And Koho.
Silence.
Silence is correct. So 15 to 12. As we get into the next question, which comes in the category of noir, and that question is, how do Phyllis and Walter make it look like Phyllis' husband has died in Double Indemnity?
Now, you famously have never heard of this film.
This is the one with Tommy Lee Jones and Ashley Judd, right?
I believe you pronounced Double Identity wrong. So it's just when you watch Identity twice in a row.
Pens down. Let's go to Joseph.
Throw him off a train.
And Koho.
Falling off a train.
Both correct. So it is 17 to 14. We are still in the game as we get into the next question, which comes in Joseph's category of war.
And your question is, in Good Morning Vietnam, who plays Private Edward Garlick, charged with escorting Cronauer around the base?
It's 17 to 14, right?
Yes.
So 3-point game.
It most certainly is. It could get very spicy.
Good game,
It
Koho.
could get garlicky.
Yeah.
5,
Garlic
4,
is the best spice.
2, 1. Pens down. Let's go to Joseph.
I know he's in the movie. J.T. Walsh.
And Koho.
Forrest Whitaker.
Forrest Whitaker is correct.
And I believe that's it.
I believe yes, because it is 20 to 14. So, and your winner, moving on to the freaking finals, is Caleb Koho. What the heck? Koho,
Shit.
you are playing Cameron Holtzman in the finals of this tournament?
Hey. Look at us.
Who'd have thought? Not me.
Not me.
Not me. Holy shit. Wow.
So, yeah. Koho, thoughts on playing Holtzman? Holtzman, thoughts on playing Koho? Quickly.
So I didn't think I was going to be here. So playing for the first film buff like belt is ridiculous. And like playing the people I did, and I thought David and Joseph are infinitely better players than I will ever be. I am either on the most insane luck run of anything I've ever done in my career, or whatever trivia gods exist decided to give me a little bit of a 10% boost in ability to be like, hey, look, you need a little confidence. Here you go. So I'm shaking. I didn't think I was going to be here, and this might be the coolest thing that's ever happened to me.
I just want to say on the record that I freaking despise that it's both of you two that made it to the finals, because that looks so freaking bad that it's the two of you.
You really does. Yeah.
Bowman, it's fine. I cannot wait for my strength category to be movies you must be this tall to ride.
And I can't wait for my strength movies of things that Holtzman is legally not allowed to watch. So it'll be great.
I don't
And
get that.
there's no joke.
I
I have
illegally
nothing.
watched so many movies.
I know.
He's legally allowed to watch more things than we are.
Not if Jordan tells him not to.
That's not illegal. It's just
Marriage is legal. It's legal.
It's not illegal. I just won't have a fiance anymore.
Exactly. What's more important, beating me or getting married? You're gonna have to decide.
Well,
Okay. Well, anyway, those aren't strengths. So anyway, thank you to Koho. Thank you to Joseph Holtzman. I guess. Farewell.
Clash of Demon Head Final.